Too. So now they create Facebook, TikTok, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all this app on them they create, so they could know where you are at all time. That thing turn against them because a man in the West Indies could see an next man in Africa. A man in the West Indies could see a man in Asia. And so that is a problem because they don't want you to travel. They don't want you to travel to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? When you travel the world, you see the truth and you know the truth, right? Because you see different culture and you mingle with different people and you know what they believe, how the life, you see life in a different way. They don't want you to travel the world freely. That's why they create immigration and all those things, immigration visas and all these things for traveling. Traveling is strict on traveling because in traveling you get knowledge. If you're a traveler, you get knowledge. They don't want you. They don't want you to get knowledge and wisdom. So they put you in a box. But people, they create this app for you to socialize. No, they want to ban. They want to ban TikTok because we seeing too much, and once you see, you know. So now we see Africa on TikTok. We see the good part of Africa. We see the bad part of Africa. When they used to put Africa on TV back in the days, you see they put little children with big bellies. They don't have clothes on, and they're naked, and they're begging for food with flies in them. We grew up with that image about Africa. Now we see a different point. We see a different things. Africa with Nollywood movies and all these things that we see in Africa. We see in big cities, Africa. We starting to think different. People starting to travel. People in the West Indies, people in South America, we starting to travel to Africa, and it's scaring them because they didn't want to travel. But the apps on them, where everybody supposed to share information among each other. There is a new thing going around, and I see it where they have Grenadian people on one side, they have Lucian people on one side. You have Lucian TikTok, you have Grenadian TikTok. You have people from Grenada, they are on the app, and they only deal with Grenadian people. And my friend is Lucian, and see they on the app with only Lucian people. So still, although we should explore the app and be with everybody and share our information, now we still going and group up ourselves. We still putting, we still separating ourselves and this in the cyber world. The cyber world, we should use it to share information with the whole world, but we still try to shrink it down and say, oh, the Lucian should be by Lucian should be with Lucian, Jamaicans should be with Jamaicans, Grenadians should be with Grenadian, not Americans should be not American. No, you know, we 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 work in the app the way they want us to work with. We shouldn't be like that. We should be all over. Like me, I anybody I follow me, I following them. But yeah, some people they want you to follow them and TikTok, but they would not follow you. What? Because they have a fear in their heart that you will have more followers than them. So they make it a competition thing. And once the competition get in there, the devil get in there. Because anytime you're competing to feed your ego, not nothing else but your ego. All the games they create is to feed a man ego. The Olympics to feed a man ego. You say to make a man think he's the best. Sports is to feed a man ego. They feeding your ego so they could control you. You know what I'm saying? They need your energy. Your energy they need. You know, they need your energy. They're paying you for your energy. They're paying you for you to work. They're paying you for your energy. You know, they're using you. Without us, there is no them. Without us, there is no rich man and no rich woman. They need us. So now they're creating a way that they don't need us anymore to feel superior. They're building machine. They're building machine now. So they don't need us anymore. They already building machine to take over our space. And you could see what they want. They want to put our consciousness in a different body. You know what I'm saying? That's a plan. That's a plan, and it coming real fast. Speed. They want to transfer our consciousness in different bodies. Now they say the creator's body is too flimsy. You know, they don't want to die. We know we won't die anyway. We cannot die anyway. And if we die, we will know we die because we don't know how we come here. If you don't know how we come here, we shouldn't know how we getting out of here. And the perfect example is when we're sleeping. When we're sleeping, you lie down, but you never know when you fall asleep. You never know the time when you fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? You never know when the time when you come back here if you don't have a watch. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a watch to, as soon as you open your eyes, you go look at the clock to see what time you come back. But you will never know what time you go in until you will set up a clock. Set up a clock or people watching you to fall asleep. You could go and lie down and close your eyes, but you're not asleep. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can time you to say, all right, you fall asleep at 10 o'clock. You could just speculate. You could just guess when you fall asleep, but they don't know when you fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know when you wake. All these things that you could fake. You could fake when you're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Peace out.